What it do, bedtime crew? Hey man, listen, let me jump straight into this. Charles Oliveira has pulled out of UFC 294 against Islam Makhachev. Alexander Volkanovski is the main event. This is real. This is literally real, dude. This is not a troll. I thought people were trolling. This is literally real. I can't find the news, but Charles Oliveira pulled out of UFC 294. It's real, okay? And Alexander Volkanovski is stepping in as the main event against Islam Makhachev. This is huge news, dude. When you take this into effect with the fact that Paulo Costa is talking about his injury, he's talking about his elbow surgery, all this stuff. This card is either going to be amazing or we're in for just a completely different event from what we were expecting. First and foremost, I want to say I hope Oliveira's okay. I don't know if it's an injury. I don't know what it is that's forced him to pull out. But it's very disappointing we won't get to see him fight. But I will say this main event is more competitive now. Volkanovski's always ready. He always stays in shape. We're not getting a Volkanovski coming off the couch. We're getting a Volk that is, in good shape, in good form. The only thing that worries me is he had that hand injury, and he was talking about fighting in January, and now he's fighting against Islam Makhachev, which is just badass, dude. Can we just say respects to Volkanovski? That's it. Oh, I was meant to fight in January. Fuck that. I'm going to fight in October in 2 weeks. That's fucking crazy. That's real. I just saw this on Twitter. I saw this on Instagram. This is real. Oliveira has pulled out and Volkanovski is stepping in, and he's jumping in against Islam Makhachev in the rematch for the lightweight title. It is just completely insane. A lot of people, I thought it was going to be Gamrot, but it is realistic. It is really happening. It's all over, like literally all over Twitter if you look, boys. And honestly, I'm going to pick Islam Makhachev to beat Alexander Volkanovski, but Lucas Tracy's going crazy right now with this one, boys. This is just a crazy story. I just can't believe it, dude. I don't know what happened to Charles. But the fact that we're getting Islam versus Volk 2 now, I think this is a bad idea for Volk, but it's also badass. Like, I'm not going to discredit him. Even though I think he's going to lose, I don't think it's going to be as competitive as the first fight. I do respect a lot that he's willing to do this because he's doing it for the fans. He's doing it for us. So regardless of the outcome, respects to Volkanovski. And if Islam Makhachev beats Volk 2 times in a row, like back to back, like the pound for pound number 1 fighter in the world, he beats him twice in a row. If he beats him again, we're going to have to start talking about where Islam Makhachev is all time. So it is a really big fight. It still doesn't feel real. It feels fake. If people are trolling, this is crazy, but it feels fake, dude. As for the co-main event, I don't see Paulo Costa pulling out. I think he's going to try and make this fight happen. I know he's posting about his injury. Lucas Tracy did a good video about it with his elbow injury, and he's talking. He's got staph infection. He's not sure if he can fight, but I hope that fight stays together. And if not, I can see a world where we get Khamzat Chimaev versus Ikram Aliskerov 2 as the co-main event. I can see Paulo pulling out, and they do Chimaev versus Aliskerov, because I don't think it's able to do Cannonier. I don't think he can make 185 on short notice. Maybe Vettori steps in, but I don't know. With Abu Dhabi, it makes it very hard to say, yeah, he will show up. If it was in Vegas, I'd say, bro, Vettori is going to be the backup for sure. But because it's in Abu Dhabi, I think Ikram Aliskerov versus Chimaev 2 is a good backup if Costa pulls out. But god damn, dude. This is just, this is my first live reaction. I just opened Instagram and saw this. I was watching NBA preseason, bro. Shout out to the Hornets, man. We're going to the finals this year, dude. No bullshit. But dude, as for what's next for Charles, I mean, I guess now we're looking at maybe Charles Oliveira fighting the winner of this, or we might get Charles Oliveira coming back next year. And we might get Charles versus Conor McGregor. I don't know what's next for Charles, especially if Volk wins. If Volk can beat Islam Makhachev on 2 weeks' notice in Abu Dhabi, that's the most 2023 thing that could happen, actually. So I might pick Volk, bro, because the most 2023 thing that can happen is Volk coming in on short notice with a broken hand and KOing Islam in Abu Dhabi on 2 weeks' notice, and winning the lightweight belt. So anything is possible, but I'm gonna pick Islam. But yeah, dude, I just wanted to be the first, or one of the first people to jump on this. I just saw this and I was like, bro, I've got to make a video about this, dude. I think Islam versus Volk is the main event, and then hopefully we get Paulo versus Chimaev. If not, I want Chimaev versus Aliskerov as the co-main. The rest of the card is still pretty good. We've got some fun fights on there. The only disappointing part about Volk stepping in against Islam is it should have been Trevor Peek, bro. You know, forget fucking Gamrot, forget fucking Volkanovski. We should have had Islam versus Trevor Peek or Islam versus Bobby Green too as the real stepping in. But yeah, dude, this is just crazy. I just need to make a video giving my live reaction. I'm shocked. I want to know what happened to Charles. I don't know what happened yet, but yeah, maybe Charles comes back. It depends on the injury. If he comes back soon, throw him in there against Gaethje, or throw him in there against, you know, Poirier again, or somebody like that, or Dariush again. I don't know what you do with Charles now. Depends on the injury. If it's a bad injury and he has to come back next year, I'd say leave him on the sidelines. Do Charles versus Conor at UFC 300. Just do it, bro. Just don't worry about Charles versus Conor versus Chandler. Do Charles versus McGregor when McGregor comes back at UFC 300. If it's a bad injury, let's give him a big fight, and then boom, the winner of that can fight Islam or Volk for the title, or Islam or Gaethje, whoever's the champ at the time. But yeah, dude, that's my thoughts on this. That I'm absolutely shocked. I can't wait to see the UFC announce this. I want to see Dana White post about it. If it's a troll, I don't think it's a troll, because I've seen it on literally every page on Instagram. So I think it's real. I've had people say, yo, it's confirmed. It's sources confirming. It's all over fucking Twitter. It's all over Instagram. So I do think this is real, boys. This is happening. So yeah, let me know what you guys think down below. Make sure you drop a like. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And man, 294 just got a lot more interesting in my opinion. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure you drop a like. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at Bedtime MMA. I'll see you in the next video, boys. Goodbye.